Hello everyone, my name is Michael. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I'll be talking about the step by step, the processes, everything you need to know about studying in Hungary. Okay, these are the steps. What I'm going to be telling you now are things that worked out for me. It's not hearsay. These are practical steps that I took. The mistakes I made, how I was able to correct them, the things I wish I knew before I started the application, and very many other things. This is going to be giving you every detailed information you'll be needing concerning application. Okay, getting to Hungary. Maybe this video is going to be two parts, so it won't be too lengthy. This part will be talking about applying for school, getting admission, getting your unconditional admission, and then the next part is going to be basically on getting your visa. Okay, what you need to do. This is a very sensitive part. What you need to do to get your visa. So I'll be making these videos into I'll be splitting them. Okay, so it doesn't get too lengthy. But meanwhile, every information you're going to be needing to get your admission, you find it in this video. You don't need to pay any agent, you don't need to pay anybody. These are things I did by myself. So first thing first is why Hungary? I believe is one of the questions you must have asked yourself before wanting to study in Hungary. But for me, I feel Hungary is a great country. You know, is in the center of Europe. It's easy to access from Hungary to most other European countries. And unlike most countries, most schools in Hungary are willing to accept a letter of English proficiency from you instead of professional exams like IELTS or TOEFL. And their tuition fee, their tuition fee is quite affordable, and most schools in Hungary as well are recognized internationally. So this gives you an edge, and so many other benefits. The weather, the people, they're very welcoming to international students. So these are some of the reasons why you want to pick Hungary. After picking Hungary, there are other things you need to put into consideration. Your choice of school, choosing a school. Okay. There are certain things that will determine the school you're choosing. First is which area do you want to stay? Do you want to stay in the city? Do you want to stay in a more remote area? You know, as you will know, the cost of living in the city is likely going to be higher. The school fees for most schools in the city is likely going to be higher as well. Another important thing you need to also find out is the course you want to do. This will also help in influencing the choice of a university. Their intake, some courses have just one intake per year, usually the fall intake, which is September, while other courses have both fall intake and also have a spring intake. Another important factor is the tuition fee. Tuition fee, cost of living. Most schools in Hungary charges tuition fee from 2,000 to 2,200 euro up to 3,500, 4,000 per semester, as the case may be. So before you apply for any school, check out the course. Um, Course fee for different courses differs. There are some courses that charge higher than the other, that the tuition fees are higher than the other. The next and sensitive part is the documentation, the documents. Now, these are the very, very sensitive part. These are where a lot of people get it all wrong. I made a mistake during this first process. First thing first is that Hungary allows you to apply with your O level, maybe your WAEC, your NECO, your ND certificate, your HND, your BSc, as the case may be. You know, they allow you to apply with any of those certificates. But mind you, note this, you cannot apply for masters directly with your HND certificate. You cannot apply directly for masters with your HND certificate. I mean, this was a mistake I made. I applied for masters with my HND, and the admission was denied. I was told that I can't if you can't apply for masters with HND in the university. So what did I do? I had to do a fresh application and pay another application fee. You know, like before I skip that, most schools will always charge application fee, and these fees are not refundable. For some schools, you can find application fee as low as 70 euro, while for some, you can find application fee as high as maybe 150 euro. Okay, so also know that you're going to be paying application fee or processing fee. And the documents you're going to be needing, like I said, these are the key important areas. You need your statement of purpose or motivational letter, reason why you want to study this course. This is very, very important. It is important that you take your time and draft a very professional statement of purpose. It is very, very important that you draft a professional statement of purpose. In your statement of purpose should be able to talk about your past background, the present, and why you want to, you know, study the course. Okay, so your statement of purpose is very, very, very important. You need a professional statement of purpose or motivational letter. Then you need proof of English proficiency. Like I said, if you don't have IELTS, if you don't have any professional exam like IELTS or TOEFL, you can as well get a letter of English proficiency from your institution, from your school, indicating that your courses were taught in English. So Hungary accept this proof of English proficiency from school. Um, another another important thing you also need to do is getting your transcript. I mean, this is as important as anything. Getting your transcript. If you are using your WAEC, your O level to apply, please do well to get your transcript, your O level transcript. ND, HND, BSc, as the case may be. Make sure you have your transcript. These guys, Hungary authorities, Hungarian schools, they like authenticity, you know. So please get your transcript. And another thing they will ask of you is medicals. The school will promptly give you what the kind of test you should run. Please do so well to do all those tests. In my own case, I did a HIV test. Hepatitis test, yellow fever vaccination, and I think I skipped the X-ray. I felt like, okay, a doctor's report has covered the X-ray, but they sent me a mail later that I should add the X-ray result, okay, before I can get my conditional admission. Okay, so you need your medicals. It is as important as anything. So, of course, you must have your passport. Your passport must be ready. The next step is the application. So you fill the online application form, you submit, you scan and submit all these documents that I've mentioned. Remember your online application form, your certificates, your transcripts, your proof of English proficiency, your motivational letter or statement of purpose, or both, and then your what is it called? Your medicals. After the online submission, the next thing is to wait for their response, which usually take about 10 days. For most schools, like my university, University of Pech, I did an online exam and an online interview. So after the application process and you've paid your application fee, but paying application fee, there are ways you can do that. If you have a dollar account, a domiciliary account, you can use your card to make the payment. Or if you don't have a domiciliary, you can open a Providus account with a platinum card from Providus Bank in Nigeria. You can you can pay for your application fee or make other international payment. So for me, I used a dollar card because I already had a domiciliary account, but I knew that some other persons that told me that they used Providus Bank, they obtained a platinum card from Providus Bank, and they were able to make payments with it. So once you are done making your payment, the next thing you should be waiting for is they're going to schedule you for an exam. Mine, I was given like about a week notice. I was given a syllabus to look at, and then you'll be given a test question, things you should expect. So if you study them very well, you're most likely going to pass. Okay, in my case, and there is usually a cutoff mark for almost all the schools. Mine was 50%. You expected to score at least 50% on your online exam, and then if you score over 60, you skip one preliminary course when you come to the country, when you resume in the university. So I think I scored about 88 or so. I scored about 88. So like I said, the exams are not something that you cannot pass. The moment you are done with the exam, the app automatically shuts down and scores you. So you aggregate your score before you even leave the system. Once you're done with the exam, after a while, they will contact you. And then in my own case, they contacted me for and scheduled me for an online interview. During the interview, I met some of my faculty professors, and it was more like discussing my statement of purpose or motivational letter and why I want to study in Hungary, why not other schools in Europe, why the course I chose. And then before, I think 10 minutes to the interview, I was sent an article. So you're supposed to assimilate the article, read and understand the article. So they asked me questions concerning the article. What did you understand? This was just basically to test your sense of reasoning, to test your sense of understanding. Okay, so it's not a big deal. When you're done with your interview, they're going to tell you that you get a feedback from them. So the feedback is either they are giving you admission or not. But I'm telling you, if you take these processes, submit genuine documents, pass the exam, they are most likely going to offer you your conditional admission. Now, when they offer you conditional admission, you're expected to pay your semester tuition fee as fast as possible. The duration is usually about 7 to 10 days. So the moment you pay your tuition fee, you'll be offered the unconditional admission. Why on this? Even though this is part of the part B of this video, which is the visa process, but I also want you to start your document authentication and validation immediately. How do you do that? You go to Abuja, because the reason why I'm saying this is because this takes time. These are things that might take a while. These are things that might delay your visa application. I'm going to be rounding up this video here. If you have any question, if you have any concern, if you have anything that you don't understand, any of the process, if you need help drafting your statement of purpose, a professional statement of purpose, you can also reach out to me on my Instagram handle, and then I can refer you to some professionals that will help you draft a good statement of purpose. I added my CV as well. So I think that's it. Every information you've been needing on how to apply to Hungary, you find it in this video. And if you don't find it in this one, you're going to find it in the next one. And if you don't find it in the next one, drop the question in the comment section. I'm going to make a video addressing that issue. Like I said, these are practical examples, and then every year the country, the university keeps on updating their rules. It's not what worked out for people that were in the school last year, that applied last year, is working out now. Some rules have been modified. Before, you can easily use your uncle as a sponsor in Hungary, as a sponsor in a visa sponsorship, but now the rules have changed. So these are, though I'll be discussing about this in the next video, but these are some of the important things you need to know. So I wish you all the very best. Do so well to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment. All the best.